All right. You got me, Canadian Kevin.
And I am Tino, aka Mousy, DJ Borrentino from the US of A in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we are known as the Can Am Connection, which stands for Canadian American Connection. So we're here on behalf of my closest best friend here that I have known for over 11 and a half years. We're here interested to give interesting topics on certain things that might interest of you. And we like to take suggestions, any comments, or any opinions that matters towards our topic there, we'll be glad to oblige. So, our first segment, as he will explain to you.
So, do you recall me sending you a couple videos? One from Wasaga Beach.
Well, it was from the young lady.
No,
I don't know. It was
no,
from the young lady
no.
that posted out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then there was a reporter that was doing the segments on a certain beach also.
in Wasaga Beach.
Okay, so what we're going to be talking about, we're talking about not only one particular nationality that are here in Canada, that are kind of, in a way, disrespecting, how you call it, the ways of life here in Canada. You're here for a reason. You're here to live, to work, to play, and to enjoy, to respect. As I'm not going to say like just one nationality, but there's like a few nationalities that does the same thing, similar in different ways, and that is pooping in public places. And the worst imaginable place that you can ever poop at is in a beach, where you dug your hole and you bury your crap. Like, really? Like, really? Seriously? You got kids. You have family members that like to lay down on a beach, and the last thing you knew, you accidentally kicked the sand, with your toes or something, and you're gonna find out something uninteresting underneath it. And it's very grotesque, disgusting, and pathetic on people who do that instead of walking just meters away to a common bath wash or bathrooms that is near every facility of every sector of every beach.
400 meters away.
Yes.
I seen a segment on Rebel TV, and it literally disgusted me when I seen it. Heard about it.
And you know what? It's totally disgusting. Not only is the pooping, but the disrespect. How, especially if you think they're gonna go litter their own national toxic out of from their bodies, out to waste on such a beautiful land of Canada. You can imagine they litter. They don't care. And then when you question them about these kind of things, they look at you and saying they do whatever they want because in their countries they don't have laws that abide that they can't do such thing. Okay, guess what? Hello, wake up call. Here, you're in a different country. You have to respect all boundaries here. Whatever is provided here for you, you're in another domain. You have to respect the domain. You have to give acknowledgement why you're here. You've been brought here as courtesy, as free will, and to give you an opportunity, not just to dump whatever you feel because your country's doesn't care and they just do it anywhere. No wonder the world is getting more filthier and filthier every time, and they decide to go and dump on other countries like they think they're going to get away with it. You know what? Something has to be done, and I'm sure there's a whole lot of people out there, viewers like yourself, have seen similar stuff like this. Don't be afraid to talk to your Congress, talk to your council people in your townships. Tell them your concern, your needs and all that. Tell them that this has to be something done. At least give fines, hefty fines, if they get caught. And I mean, how many by getting caught? Catch them on video. for one. Number two, when you confront them, record them. Record them audio without them knowing. Because guess what? Apparently, when you do record, they will say, and they will say nothing, and they will just walk away from you and get away with it. So please do not be afraid to address your concerns and and how you call it, your frustrations if you see things going on like this. This is absurd, very absurd indeed.
And another thing is the diaper thing.
Yes, the diaper. That's the most worstest thing you can ever find in beaches. For one, in parks, if they don't pull them in the trash dumps. Or you'd be surprised you'll even find them out in the streets. In the streets. Like, not everywhere, but particular places you don't even think or imagine where you see like a roll of diapers. Like, just sitting there sogging and just smelling and all that. People don't want to see that. People don't want to smell that.
Okay, so I remember you telling me last night that you were coming to Canada. And Tito, please tell me what you saw.
Hey, listen, guys. Newsflash. This is surprising for me, especially up on the upstate New York, as I was coming up from Route 81, northbound before hitting the border. I seen one East Indian guy coming out of his car, walked about a couple of distance away from his car in the open on the highway on the shoulder, and decided to go take a dump. Just getting ready to take a dump. And as he crouched down, took down half of his gown, well, whatever they wear, turnip, whatever you want to call it. But I should have had stopped and told him to hell off. But guess what? I got better things to do than just telling one individual. But this is something we like to address for anybody that has seen things like this or discussed it to see things like this, that nobody's not doing anything about it. That is dumping and polluting countries or even our life out here itself. Well, do we have to live in this? Do we have to breathe in this? Do we have to endure what other people like to do because their countries don't care what they do, and they decided to go dump it on another country that they think that nothing's going to be done? I don't think so.
No, you know what? I totally agree with you on 100% on that, because you're coming to a different country, regardless what nationality you are. You should have that respect for that country that you're coming to.
Exactly. The all term is, if you're migrating to one country there, please respect. Please have love for them, because they're accepting you in. It's land of opportunity, land of lifestyle, something that you want to live out a better life. You know, if you're not living well in somewhere where you were at one time, and you want to make growth financially for yourself or for your family members. But don't come up here to destroy. And I used to live here, to be honest with you. I used to live here in the city of Belleville for a couple of years, until I moved down to British Columbia, BC, and Langley. And I never seen Filt until just recent, when they just posted announcement, whether on YouTube, TikTok, or even segments on Crave TV, like when they have documentaries. But they don't talk about the poop. They talk about other things, what other nationalities do to other countries that spoils others for land of opportunities.
And you're forgetting one thing as well. You cannot forget Rumble. That's another, sort of like YouTube.
So yeah, that too. I almost forgot. Thank you for bringing that up. So, if anybody has any concerns or anything that wish to address, what matters or what we're talking about, please feel free. Please get in contact with this man here on through this video. Share, subscribe, and like if you can, as soon as he gets his first opportunity back on YouTube. But meanwhile, we're doing this to get everybody's attention on all that our concerns, and especially we're speaking of for other people that we had heard also through other segments and other blogs. And we appreciate the young lady who first addressed this. And if only I could remember her name, but
It was
she was
Laura.
acknowledged.
It was Laura, but I don't remember the last part of it.
Well, I'm sure if she's listening and hopefully watching this, there, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for bringing that to our attention here, for the true people that truly cares, about our environment, where we live, how we live, and everything else. Not just bringing people outsiders just doing what the f they want and don't care and get away with it.
And one other thing is a massive shout out to Rebel TV, because actually that was the first that I seen of this. I was not aware of it. So one big shout out to Rebel TV.
Hey, kudos to Rebel TV. Best shout outs out there. We thank you for your segments out there.
And please subscribe to them and myself.
Yes, there you go. And he'll give you the link, where you can subscribe. Until further notice, he will put it on YouTube in the meanwhile. So we're going to do whatever we can and how we can to bring this more out into the open, so people can get an idea on everything what we are discussing at this point. All right, here's another topic that we'll find it interesting is that many people out here thinking, and especially in the U.S. and some other parts there, and thinking that Canada is cold, frigid cold, ice cube, how they call it,
Eskimo.
They're thinking they're up here living like Eskimos. No, hell no.
We don't live in igloos. That's
No.
one thing.
That's one thing. As you can see, most of his videos there, or if you have ever seen mine, if anybody have got to know me, I take pictures of every surrounding. You ain't gonna find no igloos. You ain't gonna find heavy snow. Only on certain parts of Canada, where near mountains or ridges. That's where you find heavy snow, but it's not heavy snow until winter, not summer, not spring, not fall.
Exactly.
And especially BC, a lot of people suspected there was going to be a lot of snow there, or intolerable cold. No, just cold winds and lots of rain during the winter season. So in parts of Ontario, parts of Saskatchewan and all that. Of course, you're going to have snowstorms, but not as big as one thinks. All depends on how you live around the area. If it's up north, if it's near valleys or mountains, that's where you would think the unpredictable. And you'd be surprised. Half these people live on it. They love it. They love it because it's like they off the grill and off the grid. They like to be away from civilization. They like to live up there mountain style, like mountain men, cutting wood for firewood, making their homes out of wood, taking natural resources, the most common thing. So, moving right along, I don't know if my close best friend here, Kevin, has any other segment, but there was one. I just can't come to mind to it right now, but we'll get back onto the second part of this, if possible. Yeah.
So, Kino, my buddy, my best friend, my brother, thank you for joining me on this.
Not a problem there. Remember, please reach out to us. Just shout us out to the Can-Am connection and the Canadian American connection. There you go.
And don't forget to comment down below.
Please subscribe and like.
And you all have a blessed day.
And happy Saturday, wherever you may be. Whether type of weather you might be in there, enjoy it, especially this weekend, the remaining of this weekend. All for the best. Hugs, love, God bless to all. Until the next time.
Peace out.
Ya tu sabes, now you know.